full screen shot with this one this time. This is problem number 56, I believe, from your practice book. In one semester, Doug and Laura, I like those names, spent a combined 250 hours in the tutoring lab. That's a lot of time. If Doug spent 40 more hours in the lab than Laura did, how many hours did Laura spend in the lab? You might not think it because this is one of those grid-in problems that doesn't give you answer choices for you to play with, but you can totally use guess and shep to make this easy. In fact, it's frankly a lot easier than the way that I did it, which was to use algebra with it. So, okay, I don't know, maybe Doug spent 100 hours. Let's try that. If Doug spent 100 hours in this, then how many did Laura do? Well, he spent 40 more hours than her. So that means that Laura would have done how many? Oh, that's right, 60 hours. And 100 plus 60 is 250. No, that is not true. The answer is 160. So that's actually way, way, way too low. Okay, so you know that Doug must have spent more than 100 hours. Let's try 200 hours. So if Doug spends 200 hours in the lab, how many hours would Laura spend? It tells us that he spent 40 more than she did. That means that she must have done, well, 200 minus 40 will be 160. All right, 160, if you add those together, the total would be 250. No, it would not be 360, way too high. Okay, so let's try something in between there, shall we? Sorry, I get it, it's cold. What if Doug said, I don't know, what's between 100 and 200? How about 150? 150 hours that he spent in there. How many hours would Laura have spent? Well, if he spent 40 hours more than she did, she would have done 110. If you add those together, you get, oh, this is interesting, 260. Is that too high? Is that too low? It's actually ever so slightly too high. So I don't know, let's go down to Doug was 140 hours. 140, Laura would have been how many? 100 hours, because she's 40 hours less than him. If you add those together, you get, oh my gosh, so darned close. It makes me angry. So if 150 was too high and 140 is too low, and you want 250, which is the middle of those, what's halfway between those? Why, you could say that Doug spent 145 hours. This is a difficult problem. This is on the SAT, right? And Laura would have spent 40 hours less than that, which would be what? Would be 105 hours. You add those together, 5 plus 5, carry the 1, adds up to a 5, 250 hours. The answer is 145, right? No, wrong, not that. This is what I am always doing on this. How many hours did Laura spend in the lab? This is the sort of problem, whenever you come up with two different numbers, make sure that you are solving to find the right thing. The correct answer for this problem is 105. And now I will stop.